All right, it is time to work on our first Illustrator project, and it's going to be a custom Earth Day logo. And the way I start this project is by suggesting you look at existing logos out there that you like. So I looked at a lot of Game of Thrones logos and different kind of environmental logos, and even some fashion design logos. And what I got really interested in was kind of medieval insignias and heraldry. And so I did my thumbnail sketches in a sketchbook, and I scanned them in. And then you have to edit a lot. So when you're doing logo design, you have to realize that the best logo is clear, simple, and versatile. And that's not true of all art, especially not of all digital art that we're going to be learning to do. So let me kind of remind you of that. So if the goal is that your work is clear, these are kind of the questions you're asking about your different solutions. So what's clear? Well, this one, which I was trying to combine a leaf with an octopus, not so much. This one, I was trying to make a wing out of leaves and feathers and tentacles, trying to combine kind of different types of living things. Not so much. This one, where I'm combining just a simple kind of moon and globe and earth and shadow and growing leaf, yeah, that's pretty clear. I think that makes sense towards the message of Earth Day. I think this one, where it combines a deer's head with an antler that looks like a leaf and it looks a little bit like fire, it's kind of engaging that way. This might be a little bit more elemental and dynamic. So that's fairly clear. This one, this has a lot of elements that I like, and this is kind of where most of my ideas stemmed from. This is the one I worked the most on. It's got the moon. It's got to kind of show the planetary nature of the Earth. It's got the growing things, these oak leaves and this little acorn. It's got the deer's head and the antler as the leaves. It's got the wings of birds. It's got the tentacles of sea creatures, so it combines plants and land animals and birds of the air and creatures of the sea. And it kind of puts them all together in this framework that works. I love it. It's clear, but it is not simple and direct. So for simplicity and directness, this takes a little bit too long to look at. There's a little bit too much going on, and though I like it, it's not really fit for a clear logo. Now, is this one simple and direct? It's kind of simple. I mean, there's not a whole lot of elements. It's got a lot of elegance to it. It could be simpler. Like, I don't know if you even need the globe thing. But we'll leave it for now. And is this one simple and direct? Yes, this one's pretty simple and direct. And the last thing you really want to ask about your logo, is it versatile? So when I look at this, I ask, can it work as a white shape on black? Can it work as a black shape on white? Can it work with color? Can it work big? Can it work small? I think that is true of this one. I think this one has the potential to be all three of these things. This one, can it work on white or black? Well, there's a problem because it's got a lot of shapes here, and so it might require multiple colors to kind of separate them out. It's also got a lot of thin lines along with kind of bigger shapes. So when it reduces down really small, like on a business card like this big, is it going to be readable? So this one, I'm going to say not as versatile as it needs to be. So that's the way you kind of edit down and you find your initial approaches for your logo design. So I'm going to proceed with this one. But that doesn't mean that this sketch is perfect. And what I love about scanning your sketches in is now we can do the next stage, which is using our compositing skills and make it a little bit better. So let me select this out from my background layer, make a duplicate of it, make it a little bit bigger, now this is going to be the sketch I'm going to focus on. But how could it be better? Let me fill the background with white. Now my problem with this as a logo is that it's very vertical. So if I box it like I would for text, it makes a shape about like this. And you don't want a logo to be too rectangular in any one direction. You want it to fit more within kind of a contained shape. That makes it more versatile, right? And if you're going to use a long rectangle, I think it's more versatile to make it horizontal rather than vertical, generally. So how can I balance this out? Well, it would be nice to maybe have something on the sides. You know, I could kind of play with the wing idea I have from other sketches. But maybe that interferes a little bit. And the wings maybe make it too much like Pegasus or something with fire coming out of its head. So if I really want to stress the leaves, maybe I want to go with something more elegant just to branch it out on the sides. And that will give it a different profile, a different overall shape that's more like this and more versatile. And the beauty is I already have my sketches. And so what can I use to kind of branch out on the sides? Ooh, my pun unintended there. All right, so how about this shape, which I like? Let's make a duplicate of that from my sketch. And let's use our compositing skills to see if we can improve my logo solution here. We can rotate, we can alter. I'll set it on multiply mode so I can see the sketches underneath. I don't want it too close to the snout there. I can warp if I need to. Or maybe the best solution is to simply get rid of one of those leaves, since this kind of takes the place of that leaf anyway. So let me try it with that one removed. Now this is what I call designing digitally. So even though I drew my sketches by hand, I can edit them and keep working on them in the computer until I'm happier. And if I do want that leaf, I can always play with shrinking it down, replacing it, doing something slightly different with it. All our compositing skills of different elements can kind of come together in this. Again, keeping those three precepts at the forefront, trying to make it clear, trying to make it simple and direct, trying to make it versatile. I think I spelled versatile wrong. Let me correct that. Also, we're not going to use words in these logos. That becomes a logo type when you start using letter forms, because you want to be able to control the image first. Oh, I just misspelled it all over again. Also, you can misspell words. It becomes a problem. which artists like myself, we often do. Not always the best spellers. Always good to have an editor. All right. So I'm going to save my sketches as I go. Now with that leaf being smaller, I want this to be a little bit smaller as well. And then here's the other thing I love about digital design. It's easy to make perfect copies. So if I merge these two layers together again, I can make a duplicate of that, and I can flip it horizontally using transform. Hold down shift so it stays in line. I can move it exactly onto the other side. And then I start thinking that I like it, but I think I want to make some edits. So maybe on this side, I take out the acorn, because this is more about kind of free-flowing movement than it is about perfect symmetry. Maybe I take out the acorn on this side as well. And then maybe I take out the leaf on this side, but leave it on the other side. And that allows me to move this one in. So with digital design, we just kind of tinker with it until we're happy. And I do like that. Let me see. I wonder if I take the same leaf. Repetition is not a bad thing in design. No, let's keep it simple. All right, so to clean it up, whoops, I think I might sacrifice the leaf on the other side too. Ooh, I like that. So by tilting it, it kind of emphasizes the movement I like a little bit more. Oh, I have to have a selection I have to deselect. So I'm going to flip this now over. Notice how most of my editing and my digital design is taking things away, not adding. All right. And to move multiple layers together, you just select them both. You don't even need to link them. You can play with different placements. Yeah, I think now we're getting somewhere. They're a nice kind of frame for this. All right, so if this is my Earth Day logo,